Welcome to Never Again Is Now, a podcast about anti-Semitism. I am Evelyn Marcus.
And I am Phyllis Zimbler Miller.
This week, the horrific October 7 attack by Hamas on Israeli civilians will have its 2-year anniversary. It was the worst onslaught of Jews since the Holocaust and unprecedented in the history of the modern state of Israel. The terrorists deliberately used a level of unimaginable cruelty. This was not an act of war alone. It was a lust for killing and torturing as many Jews as they could randomly find. The wound this left in Israel and beyond can never be healed. We want the world to never forget. We found my dear friend in Israel, Shelly Timar, prepared to share her experiences from October 7 with us. Shelly was born and raised in Israel and worked as an information technology expert. She is a proud mother and grandmother of many kids. Shelly, I know it must be difficult for you to talk about October 7. Thank you so much for coming on our show. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Can you tell us, please, where you were on October 7 when you heard what was happening?
Okay, on October 7, about 6:30 in the morning, I was in bed still, but I just wake up. That day, we had a picnic plans with two friends of ours in the mountains of Jerusalem. So I was laying in bed,
Wait. Where were you?
at home,
No.
at home.
Were you in
Where?
Jerusalem?
No, not in Jerusalem. We live in Modi'in. It's a town between Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. And I was at home, preparing in bed still, but preparing this day to be a nice day with friends in a picnic in the forest. So, and then I was Googling, with the news or something. And I started to notice that the news says something about missiles and attacks. And then they started the sirens a little bit all over the country, not at our place yet, but all over the country, the south of the country, mostly in the beginning. And then I said to myself, okay, I have to wake up my husband. But I said, maybe later let him sleep a little bit more. And then at 8 o'clock, our friend called. They were already in the shelter. And they wake Udi's, my husband, up. And we decided that we are going to cancel the picnic because of the situation. And so we opened the TV in our room and starting watching. And the thing was that the first news was about the missile attack, and then started to come pictures of pickups, white pickups, in the town of Sderot. It's a town in the south of Israel, and not so far away from the Gaza Strip. So starting to show these pictures, and the how you say it, the people on the screen, the news reporters, started to get phones from people in the kibbutzim, near the settlements, near the border, and that was telling that something is happening, that there is Arabs, there's terrorists inside the kibbutzim. And I think we watched for maybe 2 hours or something like this, and people were crying for help, not having anyone helping them. And we were sitting and saying, where the hell is the army? Where the hell is the army? What is going on? What is happening? But it took, and then we started to get messages from people that we know that no longer live in the south, but were with us in the south, that there is casualties in our kibbutz. We were living in kibbutz Kfar Aza for 5 years, from the year 1988 to 1993. We raised our children there. One of our daughters was born there, and we lived there for 5 years. So we know a lot of people from Kfar Aza. And so I had a friend that was also living in Kfar Aza and was a neighbor of us in Modi'in. And we started talking, and we heard that there is casualties from Kfar Aza. One of the first was the head of the municipal area manager, that he was a husband of my student. I was a teacher when I was in Kfar Aza, lived in Kfar Aza. I was a teacher in the high school. And so my student husband was killed, the first one that was killed in Kfar Aza, I think. And then slowly, we heard another one and another one, and the picture became something terrible.
Yes.
But it took more than a day, I think, until we understand the amount of this what happened.
Yes, it was
So that
inconceivable, probably for
yeah.
you. Yes.
Yeah, that was terrible to hear what happened. There was 64, I think, or 68 people was killed from Kfar Aza. When I counted the people that I know, maybe not the youngest because I didn't know them, but the parents. So I know something like 40 peoples that was killed.
Terrible.
And so, yeah,
You
among
knew
them,
40 people and who were killed.
yeah.
Unbelievable.
And did
One
you
of
go
them.
to the shelter?
Actually, I don't remember if the first day, I think, yes, I think in starting the noon, they were starting to bomb also the center of Israel, Tel Aviv, and our place. So, yes, we were in the shelter a few times, but not the same like in the south, but yeah. Yeah.
And in the shelter, could you follow what was happening? Could you follow the news, or then you're shut off
No,
from
we
all
can.
that?
We
You
can. We can. We have Wi-Fi connection. We improved it during the days.
Okay.
So we have more, but yes. And when you sit in the shelter, then you start to write to your daughter. I have 4 children.
Mhm.
3 of them was in Israel, one in Sri Lanka. She flew 5 days before the attack and arrived 3 days after. In the 9th or 10th of October, she was back in Israel and got into the army.
Wow.
Recruited, yeah, and so also my daughter. So every siren, you start to communicate with my children, with my mother-in-law. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. But
Yeah.
it's our routine since then.
Yes.
So that was the day of the 7th, and yeah.
Yes. And so well, do you know of you? So you lived in one of those kibbutzim that were attacked, Kfar Aza. What were your experiences in the days after the attack?
Well, it's divided into two. The one half was very sad. I went to a few funerals of the people, not all the ones that I knew because you can't. And so I went to a funeral of old lady of 80 something, 84, I think. She was a co-teacher with me in the school where I taught. She was killed. Her son-in-law was killed. Two grandchildren were killed. And her daughter was also my student. So I went to her funeral. And then I went to a funeral of my other student who was killed with his daughter. His wife and three other kids was kidnapped to Gaza, held hostages for, I think, 50 days or something. They were released in the first agreement. So I went to two funerals, but I know so much people that were killed there. You know the story of Abigail. Everyone knows the story of Abigail, the little girl that was kidnapped with her neighbors. Her two parents were killed, were murdered. I know her mother. Her mother was with my son in the kindergarten. So I know so many. So I just went to two. So so that's what I was doing in the first week. And because of my daughter, who live next to me, went also to the army. I have two daughters. They went. The two of them were recruited to the army. So, and also my daughter's husband. So I took care of her three children. There was no kindergarten, no schools in the first 2 weeks. So I took care of them. My husband was also in the recruited. So yeah, every day they came home, so I could sleep good. But during the day, from 7 in the morning till 7 in the evening, I was with my grandchildren
to take care of them while the parents were recruited in the army. This is an unbelievably sad and traumatic experience, I guess, what you're telling us. Is there a story about what happened on October 7 to somebody you knew or know that you can share with us? You just told us about the school teacher, the lady who was also a teacher. Is there another story?
There was a family in Kfar Aza that their older boy was with my older boy in the same age, the same kindergarten and then school. And they stayed in touch for all these years. And this boy's sister, Hadar, and her husband, Itai Bardichevsky, were killed. There are two boys, twins of 10 months, was alone at the house with the parents lying on the shelter floor, dead. The neighbors could hear them crying for hours and hours, but not because of the terrorist was sitting in the porch of their house.
Aye.
And they were just waiting for someone to come to rescue these twins so they can shoot them. So nobody could get into the house, and they were crying for hours. 10-month-old babies. So it took, I think, 10 or 12 hours before anyone could come near this house. eventually they could rescue these two children. This family, the family is, they have 6 children. The one is dead now. And there is another 2 boys and 6, and 3 girls that was left. One of the girls, a sister of this deceased lady, Hadar, her sister, Lital, took not Lital, Lior, took the babies, and she's now taking care of them, and they are okay. But terrible story.
Terrible story.
Yeah,
Terrible,
just
terrible,
very
terrible.
terrible.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Another friend of my son, my second son, has a friend that he also kept in touch all these years. They were always also roommates in Tel Aviv. He was in the shelter with his wife and 1-month-old baby, and he hold the door so that the terrorists could not come in. And his wife and daughter escaped from the window. He was shot and killed, but the wife and the child was rescued in a neighbor house, and they are okay also.
Well,
So,
okay means they are alive. Whether they are
alive.
right.
Yeah, they are alive. They
But
are alive.
whether that means that they'll ever be okay is a different
No.
story.
Yeah, that's true. And these two, this boy and the girl that I told you before, they are cousins. They are cousins. Their grandparent, the grandparent, is a Holocaust survivor. He died a few months afterwards from heartbroken. So
that they had to experience that also is
this is terrible.
Terrible, terrible. So
Stories.
are these stories about what happens and these experiences, Shelly, are they still very much in your mind and other Israelis' minds 2 years now later?
It depends, it's I think the Facebook and our friends are talking about it. Sometimes in the newspaper, they're bringing back stories, and among friends, it's alive. It's my son is in a communication with his friend. My 2 sons are in communication with his families, but life goes on, for them also, I think. But it's terrible. It's terrible.
Let's talk
It's
about
always.
that the hostages, that there are still hostages 2 years later in Gaza.
Yeah.
And that I just saw on the internet a picture of a young man before and then the starvation. I mean, it's heartbreaking.
I didn't hear you. What did you say? Can you repeat what did you say?
So on the internet, I saw a picture of a hostage who was still there when he was healthy. And now he's like skin and bones. It's 2 years later. They've had almost nothing to eat in many cases.
The hostages you're talking about. Yeah. Shelly? We have an internet problem. Yes, you're back.
Let's see.
Let's see if she comes back. Yeah, there she is.
Okay, I'm sorry. something happened. I don't know
Yes.
why.
Yes. So Phyllis was asking, was saying that now 2 years later they're still hostages. So that
Yeah.
obviously keeps everybody, is in everybody's mind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two people is still in Gaza from Kfar Aza. I'm not aware of. I don't know anyone else. These two boys, I know their mother.
Mm.
She was in the kibbutz when we lived there. I know their mother, and this is terrible. You know, I have a friend from the kibbutz that was also my student, and we are friends in Facebook, and she's every day posting, 713 days that Zivi and Gali is in captive. They have to come home. So every day I hug her in the Facebook, every day. And it's for 726 or 29 days already. And this is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So while we are having this interview, we still don't know what the outcome will be of the last proposal that was made to Hamas. Will they let go the last hostages or will they not? We don't know yet. We hope they will, of course. Shelly, what gives you strength on this anniversary of October 7th?
This is a hard question. A very hard question. What gives me strength? I don't know. The only thing that we know is that we don't have any other country. Israel is the only country that we have. So there is no other place that I will never, ever feel home at, So we try to think, if we have to go or something, where will we go? But there is no other place that we can call home. This is our home.
Yeah.
And we love the country. We love the people. We love the atmosphere. So this is the only thing that I have to say. That it's so funny that we make this interview funny. I don't know if you call it funny, but that I'm in Germany, of all places. But and I have to say that my mother maybe is turning, in her grave now. But there
Your
is
mother.
so this is the only thing that we have this country, and we have to protect her and to make her strong, and make her stay, not let go. Have faith that everything will come somehow in order. I don't know what to say.
Was your mother a Holocaust survivor
Yes.
from Germany?
No. She was from Holland, from the Netherlands, like Evelyn.
Yes.
Uh,
I knew her very well.
Amsterdam, born in Amsterdam, and she was hidden during the war with her sister, not with her sister, but her sister also, in villages by the Holland's underground
Resistance.
resistance people. So she was saved. Her whole family, parents and uncles and cousins and aunts, they were all gone. But
Murder.
she,
I think it's a
yeah,
good word.
yeah, and she and her sister survived. She went to Israel, and her sister lived in Antwerp. So this is the family history.
Yes. Do you also feel, Shelly, what I've heard from many children of Holocaust survivors in the past 2 years, that it's maybe better that our parents who survived the Holocaust did not experience what happened on October 7th.
We say it every day. Every day. I have chill, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We say it every day.
Yeah.
That I bless God that she's not alive anymore, really, because I don't know what she would feel. Because, you know, all the time we would say that this thing can't happen in Israel because we have army,
Yeah.
because we can defend ourselves. And that was, I don't know, that was really a disaster.
Are your daughters still in serving?
No. After my oldest daughter, after 3 months or something, she was released because she is a mother. And so after the first few months, they started to organize, and then they sent her home. And my other daughter, after 1 month, she was released also, and she was gone. She went back to her trip in Sri Lanka.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when the 7th of October occurred, she telephoned us and said, I don't know what to do, to come, to not to come. But then after 2 days, she said, we sit here in Sri Lanka, all the Israelis, and all we do is talk about what is happening in Tel Aviv, in Israel. So she just took a plane and came home. But after 1 month, she decided that she can't help anyone here, and she went back to Sri Lanka for another 1.5 years. Now she's in Israel.
Okay. Okay. Phyllis?
I will never get over the cruelty. I
No.
just cannot get over the cruelty. And Evelyn and I are hoping to talk to the regional commander of Zaka from Modin, if we can arrange Israeli times. And I'm pretty sure I saw him within the first 2 days of the massacre. And I do some work with PTSD and American soldiers. It's beyond my ability to understand how people can deal with the kind of PTSD and what they saw.
I don't think they can.
No.
I don't think they can. It's the things that these people saw, and also I can tell you about my daughter that was working. She's an officer in the army. She was working in Sheba Hospital in Israel, in the emergency room, in the days after the 7th, from the 8th actually. And she was dealing with all these injured people, their families, and I can believe that people who deal with the bodies of all the from the Nova Festival, from the kibbutzim. I don't know how you can go on. I don't know. It's terrible.
It's terrible. We, as Jews everywhere in the world, are thinking of everybody in Israel who experienced October 7 in one way or the other, who have dealt with what happened there in the past 2 years, who have dealt with everything else that happened there in the past 2 years, on top of everything that happened in October 7, the war in Gaza and everything. and the war with Iran. It never stops, it seems. It's unbelievable what you have and had to endure in the past 2 years. We are with you. Our thoughts are with you.
You.
We thank you so much for this sharing of your experiences and stories. And it's so important for us to hear and to remember and to never forget what happened on October 7th, 2023.
And it's
Yeah,
still
to
happening.
Israel, and it's still happening.
Yeah.
Phyllis, could you wrap up,
Yes.
please?
So, Shelly, again, I want to echo Evelyn's thank you, because this must have been very difficult to bring back these memories. And I thank our listeners, who I hope have the whatever to listen to your testimony. For those of you who want to know more about Evelyn and myself and our work, please go to Never Again Is Now podcast on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And please, whenever you can, speak up against anti-Semitism and all hate.